This video is for second submission for foul water and basic graphing. This is your assignment page for submission 2. Please go over all of these steps in order to complete submission 2. In this video, I will show you how to perform data analysis, calculations, and histogram using the data given over here. And this also has all the step-by-step process. So you do not have to complete the calculations or data analysis or histogram for this data. You will perform a similar calculation, create histogram and data analysis for different data. The link to the data is given over here. So percentage of recovered water. So this is the data that you will use to construct histogram and do the data analysis. And this is the copy of the report sheet, lab report sheet that you need to complete. And this is in Google Doc. Make a copy of this. So for this submission 2, you will analyze class data. So if you look at the data over here, these are the data you'll be working with. So these are the number of samples, and these are the percent of water recovered, and these are the data from last quarter lab. So you will be using this data and you will be analyzing the data and you'll be constructing a histogram. Histogram displays numerical data by grouping data into bins of equal width. Each bin is plotted as a bar whose height corresponds to how many data points are in that bin. And these bins are also sometimes called as intervals, classes, or buckets. So this is a bar graph and this is histogram. So the main difference between the bar graph and histogram is bar graph is used to represent categorical data. As you can see over here, like this is a bar for, this is class 5. The width does not show any numerical data or anything. So this is for class 5 data for how many girl students in class 5, how many girl students in class 6. But if you look at the histogram, it is used to represent numerical data. So like the mark obtained from 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, and then here it's number of students. So that's the difference between bar graph and histogram. So now let's move on to the data analysis and histogram. So I will be doing the data analysis, calculations, and histogram using this example data. So this is percent recovery of water, and this is an example data. You will just watch all of the calculations and you will complete the similar calculations using this data. So I'll be first calculating the largest percent recovery, lowest percent recovery, then range, then average percent recovery, then the median or the middle value. Then, in order to construct a histogram, I need to find a bin size. So I will be following these steps in order to calculate the bin size. And once I have the bin size, I will put it in a tabular form. Then I will show you how to create a histogram on a paper and using a Google Sheet. So this is my Google Sheet, and I have all the data over here. From here, it looks a little bit different because I have put all of these in ascending order. Put these data in ascending order. You simply sort sheet A to Z, and then it will be in this format. Okay, the first one that we need to calculate is largest percent recovery. So for this, I'm going to select the box because this is where I want my largest percent recovery, the data. And then I go to the function and click maximum. Now I need to select all the data. So select all the data from top to bottom and then simply hit the enter button. So it is the largest percent recovery is 98%. Now I need to find the lowest percent recovery, going to the second one. The same thing, what I am going to do here is select and then click on the function and then minimum, and then I again select the whole data set and hit enter. Now the next one is range, and range is difference between the largest and the smallest value. So I can simply click on this range and then the function again, and then I click the sum button. So 98 minus 19. So the range is 79. Now the next one is average recovery. Average recovery is sum of all the data over number of samples. So either you can sum up all this data and divide by the number of samples. We have 26 samples here, or simply click over here, go to the sum and click on the average and highlight, select all of these data and simply click the enter button, and here you have average recovery. Now the next one is median. So median is central tendency or the middle value. So to find the median of your percent recovery data, you're going to list all values in either descending or ascending order, then find the value in the middle of the list. We can easily do this using, again, the Google Sheet. So for the median, again, I select this space and then click on to function. Now I don't see median here, so I go to the all, and if you scroll down, you will see the median right over here. Click that, and then you need to select all the data from here, and then again click the enter button. So this is the median. Now the next one, so we are done up to number 5. Now in order to construct a histogram, we need to determine a bin size. So for the bin size, the first thing you need is the total number of samples. So total number of samples it is 26, you can just write 26, or you can simply have it count, select, and it's 26. Now the next step is you need to take square root of that n. So click on, so for the square root, again, this is where I want the product to be. Now go to, again, the sum, and now we need square root. So again, go to all, and let's move down to S. Here is the square root. Click that, and then we want square root of this value. So select that and enter. So it is 5.1. Now we need to find the bin size. So for bin size is range over the square root of the total number of samples. So again, click on the sum, and then we need to divide range, and then put a division sign by the square root. So this is our bin size. So now the next step is we cannot use the fraction, so we need in a whole number, the nearest whole number. So the nearest whole number of this would be 15. Okay, so now we are done. So this is our bin size. So let's figure this out now. So the bucket size which you will use for your histogram starts from the minimum number, the lowest number, which is 19. Now 15 onwards from 19 makes it 33. So the next bin size starts from 34, and 15 onwards from 34 is 48. Next bin size starts from 49, and 15 onwards from 49 makes it 63. So the next one starts from 64, and 15 onwards from 64 makes it 78. Next starts from 79, and 15 onwards from 79 makes it 93. And the last one starts from 94, and 15 onwards from 94 makes it 108. So the maximum number, the largest percent recovery we have is 98, so which comes under this bucket. Now for the frequency, you need to count how many samples are there. So from 19 to 33, we have just one. From 34 to 48, so 34 to 48, again, we have just one. From 49 to 63, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8. From 64 to 78. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From 79 to 93, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And from 94 to 108, we have 2. Okay. Okay, so this portion is done. Now the last step that we need to do is to create a histogram. So for histogram, either you can use a Google Sheet or you can do it on a paper. So let's first construct histogram using the data from in a Google Sheet. So for this, you are simply going to select the data and click on Insert and Chart. And move, so we do not need line chart, we are looking for histogram. And here is the histogram chart. Click on that histogram chart. So once you have this, you can move it anywhere you want to, but for right now, I'm just going to leave it here. Now, so this is the histogram. Now we will customize it so that it will have the bucket size of this. So for that, go to the Customize and go to Horizontal Axis. So the minimum value we have is, we started from 19, so put 19 over there. And the maximum number we have over here is 108, so put 108. The vertical axis looks fine. Now we need to go to the histogram and we need to change the bucket size to 15 because that's what our bucket size is, so 15. Now the next step is to customize the charts and axis titles. So chart title, percent water recovered vs number of samples looks good. Let us put it in the format so that it is in the middle and maybe bold. So that's done. Now the next one is horizontal axis. The horizontal axis is not the number of samples, it is percent water recovered. So change it to percent water recovered. And the vertical axis, that is number of samples. Okay, so it looks like it's all done. So let's look at this. So if you look at bucket size 19 to 33 and the frequency is number of sample is just 1. For 34 to 48, again it is 1, and then for 49 to 63 it is 8, and this is 10, 4, and 2, so that's correct. title looks correct. Number of samples, this is the number of samples, and the percent water recovered. So all looks good. So now you can simply move this here, take a screenshot, and submit this histogram. Okay, so now the next one is how to create using a paper. So for that, move back over here and let's put all these data over here so that's it, so that it is easy for us to work on. So this is your data. I'm simply going to copy this and take it over here. This is number of samples. And over here you have percent water recovery. So this is y-axis you have, and then x-axis, and then the title is percent water recovery vs number of samples. Let's put the frequency over here. H2 square, let's make H2 square as 1. Work on the bucket size. So bucket size is 9 to 33. So first one is 9 to 33. $19 to $33. This is what? Yeah. So the first bucket. So with a pencil, so it's 1. So with a pencil and a ruler, you can create this easily. So, and the second one is from 34 to 48. And this is again 38 to 48. Okay. So the next one is 49 to 63. We have 8. So 8 is up to here. So 9 to 68. And the next one is 64 to 78. We have 4. 10. So this one, and then similarly you're going to do 79 to 93, plot for, now similarly you're going to plot for 79 to 93 and 94 to 108, and you take a screenshot and then you submit. And you can also put different colors here for, you can put different colors for so yeah, so that's how you're going to do the histogram. And take a screenshot and submit. So once you complete the histogram, let's look at this assignment sheet. So once you complete it, there are a few post-lab questions that you need to also complete and submit. So this is all for the submission 2.